it's your man Mike Bowens coming to you once again live and direct. Listen, I got another amazing message for you. This message is entitled The 5-Year Plan. Listen, I could have went further and said the 25-year plan, but I'm going to start small and say the 5-year plan. Because me personally, I like a 25-year plan because that's giving you something to really live forward to. That's giving you something to imagine and put together a plan, a strategy for week by week, month by month, year by year. And then so you can shape your life into that, right? So whatever age you are now, if you go 25 years, how old would you be? What would you look like, right? What would you have? What would you have accomplished for God? What would you have accomplished for your family? What would you have accomplished for generations to come? What would you have accomplished for your culture, for your community? What would you have accomplished for yourself? But I'm gonna give you 5 years. So let's talk about the next 5 years. In 5 years, you'll be how old, right? And so you got to think you'll be what age in 5 years? What will you look like? I want you to get deep. I want you to think about it. I want you to envision this. What will your bank account look like? What will your influence look like? What will your relationship with God be like? Do you have children? What will you have set up for them? I mean, you got to put things in place. A lot of people talking about Nipsey Hussle and things like that. And I never knew him personally, obviously. And I knew about him a long time ago because I remember when he first was trying to get into the rap game or whatever. I saw him on his journey trying to go from an independent artist and trying to really come up through the levels or whatever. But when they were talking about him recently, they were saying that he had life insurance, but he died without a will. And now this is another person that I'm seeing who died without a will. Like I know Aretha Franklin, she didn't have a will as well. And I'm saying Nipsey Hussle, okay, obviously he was 33. He still was kind of young, so he probably wasn't thinking that he needed a will. He wasn't thinking he was going to die anytime soon. Aretha Franklin was kind of older, maybe in her 70s. I'm not sure. 80s, but she didn't have a will. And I'm saying that we need to put things in place to, we got to have plans. It's said over and over again. If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. And so when you start to look at your life, what plans do you have in place for your children? What plans do you have in place for your health? What plans do you have in place for your finance? What plans do you have in place for your romantic life? I know as soon as we get off it, I get out of here, later today, my wife and I got a meeting. Like, well, you got a meeting? Yes, we got a meeting, even with our children, and we're going to decide where we're going to go for our next few vacations. Because, normally we do this in the beginning of the year, but this year we were a little more intentional about where we want to go and how we want to get there and what we want to do together, as opposed to just me or my wife just coming up with these ideas. We want to include the kids as well and say, hey, where do we want to go? What do we want to do? Seeing it is that we just purchased a new home, do we really want to go far since we bought a new house, or do we really want to kind of enjoy the house and maybe stay local and kind of just relax? Or do we want to go somewhere far? What do we want to do? And so we're going to sit down and plan that. And so I noticed that as I'm doing all the research that I've been doing, is that anything can change for the better with the right plan. Also, things can get worse in your life without a plan. And most people have poor health problems because they don't have a plan. You eat based off your hunger. So you go to the store, oh, I'm hungry. This Subway sandwich looks good. Let me get the meatballs, let me get some cheese, let me get some mayonnaise, let me get some onions on that. A little bit of salad, a little bit green peppers. And you get a big hoagie, 12 inch. Which one, the 6 inch or the 12 inch? Well, I'm really hungry. Let me get the 12 inch. So you eat that, you get a soda, you get a bag of chips. You're going about your business. And You constantly do this once a week, twice a week, every week. Every week, every month, every year. Before you know it, you gain 15, 20 pounds. You don't even realize it. Until people start saying, dang, you gain weight. Or your clothes can't really fit you anymore. Like, dang, I must have washed this shirt too many times. It's not the washer. It's not the washer. You're gaining weight because of what you're eating and you're not realizing it. So what I'm saying is, you put a plan together for your food. You write down a menu and you pre-plan it before you have to leave the house, because you know you're going to get hungry. So why not put it together ahead of time? You know, my mother was trying to teach me this. I realized when I was a kid, because I remember on Sundays, she'll wash all the clothes on Saturday. Sunday, she will iron out. She said, give me all the outfits that you want to wear for the week. Get your shirt, get your pants, everything, and bring them to me. And she will iron them. All the clothes from Monday through Sunday. So that when I had to go to school, all I do is go in the closet and pick out an outfit. So I have Monday ready, Tuesday ready, Wednesday ready, Thursday ready, Friday ready. And then as I got older, it was not now my responsibility to do what she was taught me to do. So I would get my clothes ahead of time for the week on a Sunday and prepare it. So then when Monday came, I had my clothes. Tuesday, I had my clothes. Everything was ironed. I wasn't going to school wrinkled. I wasn't going to school with dirty clothes, because they were washed on the weekend and they were ironed and pressed on Sunday. So I always went to school looking sharp and I felt good about myself. But what she was showing me was, it's a plan. Don't just wake up in the morning and go in the closet, okay, this looks good, and you didn't check it out, and it can have a hole in it, and then you're walking down the street with a hole in your pants and you don't even realize it because you're in a rush, right? Same thing with a relationship. Sometimes people just expect for the relationship to be good. They just expect for them to still be together. Listen, if you don't make a plan to be intimate, then chances are you won't, because you got responsibilities. People's grown. You got things you want to do, things you got to do. You got family taken care of. You got bills you're paying, right? And if you're not careful, you won't have time for love if you don't plan for it. You know, so a schedule and a planner is vital with life, right? It's vital. Okay? If you're a family person, if you don't schedule time to have family time, to incorporate it in your life, and guess what? You won't have it. You won't have it because you'll figure out, oh, I need to go to the gym. Oh, let me go hang with the fellas. Oh, let me go out with my girlfriends. And your kids like, are we going to do anything together? Are we going to hang out? And you only got a short window for that, because once they reach a certain age, they want to go off on their own and do their own thing. And then you're like, don't you want to hang out? They're like, nah, I'm going with my friends. And so the 5-year plan, you need to sit down and write out a plan for year 1 for your health. How much weight would you like to weigh? How much food are you going to consume every day? How many times are you going to work out every week? For your finances, see what's your net worth right now. Okay, at the end of year 1, this is what I would like to have in the bank. Year 2, this is what I like to invest in. Year 3, this is what I like to invest in. Year 4, this is what I like to put away for my children or whatever. Year 4, year 5. And then when you get to relationships, same thing, right? Sit down and write out a plan strategically of what you want to do year by year and where you want to end up. And then write out how you're going to do that. And then put it somewhere where you can see it every day. Because it's what you do every day that's going to lead you to fulfilling that plan. So you can be where you want to be. Because if you do not have a plan, you're just going to go through life expecting something that you're never going to get, because life has to be intentional. It is not by accident. That's why the Big Bang Theory to me never made sense when they taught it to me in school, because God is very intentional about his creation. He said, let there be light, and there was light. And that's where they get the Big Bang Theory from. That's because God spoke it into existence. All right? And so I want you to be intentional about your plans. I want you to be intentional about your life. And really sit down and come up with plans on how to matriculate from where you are to where you want to be, and give yourself a time frame, right? Year 1. And then stick with it. Don't try to overwhelm yourself with every day I'm going to do so much big stuff. Just do little things every single day, week by week, right? Like I'm going to the gym for 45 minutes, 3 times a week to exercise. I'm going to walk in the park 5 days a week or 3 days a week for 45 minutes. Just walk. Just walk. Just drinking water, right? I'm going to get the proper rest, so I'm going to sleep at such and such time so that I can wake up and feeling refreshed every day. I'm going to read my Bible for 20 minutes every single day, right? And spend time with God. And by you doing so, you're creating habits that's putting you on the path over that 5 years to create the life that you wrote down that you wanted to live. Because you are the author of your life. Until next time, this is your man Mike Bowens, and I'm saying, be blessed.